This is Jennifer Bochik here for your Monday live stream meditation practice. I hope you can join tonight. I'll just take a moment to introduce myself. Again, I'm Jennifer Bochik. I write a Substack newsletter that I called Tides of Being. I've been publishing this newsletter now for just almost a full 3 years. So since January of 2023. January 2026, it'll be 3 years. And as part of my annual paid subscription model, which I'm offering right now for 40% off through the end of the year, as part of that model, I give my subscribers access to my full library of meditation practices on YouTube, which is over 100 practices. My YouTube library includes practices of mindfulness. I upload a weekly midweek mindfulness break every Wednesday. There's practices for embodiment, for grounding, for mindfulness and presence, seasonal practices, guided relaxations, all kinds of stuff. Basically, a practice for just about any type of need that you might have for your well-being in your meditation practice. So for today's practice, I see a couple of you have joined now. Thanks for being here. For today's practice, we're going to keep it really super simple. So this is going to be a mindfulness breath awareness practice. We will just take our time to settle in, get centered. We'll become aware of our breathing, acknowledge any distractions as they arise, coming back to our anchor, the breath, for a brief practice of about, let's say, 10 minutes. So you don't need to worry about anything. I will mind the time. I will guide you along, and you can just sit back and enjoy your practice. So let's go ahead and begin by finding your comfortable meditation posture. And ideally, you want to sit somewhere where you have a seat back, so a chair is perfect. You want to make sure you can have a nice, tall, alert spine, but also where you feel like you can soften around the tall, alert spine. And then also on the other side, have both soles of your feet gently connected to the floor. And then as you're ready, once you've found your posture, if it feels comfortable, go ahead and close your eyes. You can rest your hands easily, gently in your lap. And if it's not comfortable closing your eyes, just simply gaze softly toward the space that's in front of you. And then just take a moment to notice this transition of the activity from your day as you arrive into this still and quiet space. And as you arrive, you might just notice what it is you're bringing into the practice with you. Perhaps thoughts or emotions from experiences earlier in your day. And then begin to just check in with the overall feeling tone of your whole body, mind, and spirit. As you just notice how it is you're arriving in your practice today. And before we begin our breath awareness portion of the practice, it might be helpful to take a couple of cleansing breaths just to help you arrive more fully in the practice. So that's a nice, long, slow, deep inhale through the nose all the way down into your belly, and then sighing it out of the mouth. You can do that a couple times at your own pace. And then begin to breathe gently in and out through your nose, establishing your body's natural breath. And so we encourage you to breathe in and out through the nose because that's our body's natural filtration system. And allow the breath to settle into its own depth, its own pace, and its own rhythm. There's no need to change anything at all. And then start to just witness your body breathing. And that can be very personal. So it might be just noticing the air moving in and out of your nose. You might feel the expanding and contracting of your rib cage, maybe your pelvis. You might notice the rise and fall of your chest or your belly. And just take the next few rounds of breathing to establish your connection to your breath. And for some of us, it's helpful to offer a gentle reminder that we are here watching our breath. And that could just be repeating to yourself some simple mantras such as inhale, exhale to match your breath, inhale, exhale, or simply breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. And that's an optional practice. Allow yourself this quiet moment to simply witness each round of breath, one breath at a time. And you might notice as you arrive and connect to the anchor of your breath, that you have become distracted by any number of experiences that pull your attention away. And this is a very normal part of the practice. So for me, my kitty's trying to get in the door. So you might notice some sounds around you. Perhaps you're being distracted by thoughts, sounds, sensations in your body, emotions, feelings. Allow yourself to just simply recognize whatever it is that's pulling it away from your breath, which is the anchor of our practice this evening. So recognize and then gently find your way back to witnessing each round of breath, one breath at a time. And checking in again with this moment, with this breath, coming back if you've been pulled away. To this simple practice of witnessing each breath rise and fall, come and go, one blending into the next, in this constant flow of awareness and attention. If at any point throughout the practice you need to adjust your body, your physical body, if you become uncomfortable, then please feel free to mindfully adjust, making yourself comfortable. Absolutely no need to sit in discomfort in your practice. And breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. The practice is incredibly simple, but not necessarily easy. And take about another 5 to 10 or so rounds of breath here. inviting in awareness of each inhale and each exhale. And very gently begin to release your breath awareness practice and draw your awareness now to the space in the center of your chest, your heart center. And check in here and notice if you're holding on to any tension or tightness within that space. And if it feels appropriate, invite in some softening and some opening right into your heart space. And when you feel ready, begin to invite in this felt sense of gratitude. Gratitude for this practice, this community here on Substack, where we can practice together, and anything else that you are grateful for today. And then as you feel ready to begin to release the practice, you can start to deepen your breath a little bit. Notice your body. Feel the room that you're in. Notice where you are. And as you feel ready, you can begin to gently flicker your eyes open, slowly coming out of the practice. Short and sweet breath awareness practice. Place your hand on your heart in any mudra or gesture that feels appropriate, and gently bow your head down to honor yourself and your practice. I'm grateful for you. Thanks so much for being here, for joining the practice with me this evening. I'll be here for the next 2 Mondays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time for a short live stream meditation practice. I hope you can join, share with some friends, bring some friends. And I will also post this recording on my Substack page, Tides of Being. Thank you to those who joined. I hope you have a fabulous, restful, wonderful rest of your day filled with peace. And I will see you next week. Take care.